Just over $13 million of rare world and ancient coins were sold at Heritage's World Coin Signature Auction at the New York International Numismatics Convention. To start things off, we have a gold specimen of Queen Victoria's Coronation medal from 1838, designed and sculpted by Benedetto Pestrucci. The symbolism is as bold as the relief of the piece itself. The young queen is seated with the British lion at her back, while the three graces, in this case representing England, Scotland and Ireland, present her with the crown. Graded as SP62 by PCGS, it managed to sell for $16,200 at auction. This admittedly crude little coin you see now has an absolutely fascinating history attached to it. Struck in South Africa in 1902 during the dying days of the Anglo-Boer War. These are essentially an emergency wartime issue struck at the goldfields of Pilgrim's Rest to ensure payment for those South African belligerents who were still engaging the British. Produced from crudely cut dies by a makeshift traveling mint, with fewer than 1,000 coins struck right up to the final days of the war. Finding one in a mint state grade such as this MS63 example from NGC is a very rare occasion indeed. The final price achieved by this coin was $24,000. And from a relic of one British war to another, this is a rather peculiar British resentment medal, perhaps better known as the Prosecution of the War with America medal, struck in 1781 seemingly in protest to the League of Armed Neutrality, which was an alliance of countries that remained neutral in the American Revolutionary War, but banded together in order to protect their own right to continue to trade with the belligerent nations. The symbolism of the rampant lion entangled within rope on a rough sea suggests that the British Navy was never forced to submit by the League, although alternate interpretations of this medal do also exist. Graded by NGC as MS62 and was here sold for $28,800. Let's look at a massive, almost medallic rendition of a German state's commemorative Portugalöser from 1713, struck to the 10 ducat standard, minted for the Free City of Hamburg. This 52mm or nearly 2 inches in diameter gold coin features a rendition of Neptune with the city of Hamburg in the background. The obverse in turn depicts a departing merchant ship with Mercury guiding the personification of Father Time, if you will. NGC graded this coin as MS62 and it closed on this occasion for $38,400. Another impressively rare coin that is rarely seen, let alone in such a high grade, is this very large 20 yen coin from 1870, the first year of issue for this very short-lived series, struck at the Osaka Mint during the 3rd year of the Meiji Reformation. This example also happens to be the finest graded example at either PCGS or NGC, with a grade of MS65 from PCGS. That saw this coin raise $78,000 at auction. The reign of King George IV from 1820 to 1830 was fairly uneventful for the most part. Though a significant patron of the arts, it is noted that his intelligence and quick wit was only ever surpassed by his boundless laziness, gluttony, and absolute and utter disinterest in anything to do whatsoever with governance or politics. As the years passed, he grew increasingly withdrawn and unpopular as a result. Upon his passing on the 15th of July 1830, the Times of London published the following sentiments, and this is a direct quote, by the way. "There never was an individual less regretted by his fellow creatures than this deceased king. What eye has wept for him? What heart has heaved but one throb of unmercenary sorrow? If he ever had a friend, a devoted friend in any rank of life, we protest that the name of him or her never reached us. NGC, however, was somewhat kinder to this beautiful 1826 quintuple sovereign coin, with a grade of MS63 cameo that saw it reach the price of $96,000 at auction. Gold coins from the Mexican Revolution are already a bit of an oddity due to the scarcity of the resource during that time, let alone 100 years later. The somewhat crude and rudimentary design points to the trying circumstances under which the coin must have been produced in the Oaxaca region of 1916. How this gem managed to survive must be a very interesting story in its own right. Graded by PCGS as MS64+, it sold for $102,000. A rare representative from the Danish catalogue is presented next, with a recorded mintage of only 251 coins. This rare 5 ducat coin is a reminder from a time when the Danish royal fleet was counted amongst the best in the world. The reverse is a rather unique design, showing a ship of the line with its gun ports open and the cannons on full display, sailing towards a radiant sun, with the legend written in Latin translating roughly as endeavoring to discover or setting out to find. This is the only coin of its kind to be graded at NGC, where it obtained a grade of MS62 to sell for $120,000 at auction. Now, one of my all-time favorite coins is this particular pattern 5-shilling coin from the reign of King George III, produced as a proposed new circulating design following the Great Recoinage of 1816, and featuring a masterful rendition of the Three Graces by William Wyon, already displaying here the early glimpses of the unique talent that he possessed. The Graces here stand in for the personifications of the triunion of England, Scotland, and Ireland, locked in a warm and familial embrace, forming the inviolable pact that is today known as Great Britain. Graded as Proof 65 by NGC, it amassed a final price of $156,000. Frankly, a bit of a surprise highlight from the auction was this 1818 25-cent coin from the Netherlands, struck during the early reign of King William I, the King of Netherlands as well as the Grand Duke of Luxembourg. The obverse of the coin features his royal monogram flanked by the date, while the reverse depicts the royal coat of arms instead. The coin, which was minted at the Utrecht Mint, had a mere token mintage. Kraus lists no mintage figure, and Schulman's Coins of Netherlands only says that, and I quote, "a few test pieces were struck." This coin survives as a Proof 62 example today in a PCGS slab that saw a closing price of $156,000, nearly triple that of the pre-auction estimate. And then a coin with a similar story, in fact, basically the same story, as this is the 10-cent coin from the same series, although this time we know that this coin had a mintage of only 48 pieces. Graded here as Proof 62 by PCGS, the coin managed to sell for an equally impressive $138,000. Longtime viewers of this channel will by now no doubt be aware of my affinity for the Una and the Lion coin. The engraving and composition on this coin is somehow simultaneously imposingly bold and implausibly delicate at the same time. And unfortunately, no mere photo can ever truly do this coin justice when compared to seeing it in hand. This holds especially true for such a high-graded cameo example such as the one featured here. The coin never entered circulation, but was instead originally included in the 1839 proof set intended to celebrate the inception of Queen Victoria's reign as British monarch. Following some rather spirited bidding, the PCGS graded Proof 64 cameo coin quickly ascended to a closing price of $690,000. Which one of these coins did you most enjoy? Let me know in the comment section below. Also subscribe to WNN and activate notifications with the bell icon so you'll know when new videos are released. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you ever so much for watching, keep collecting, and have a great day.